I was only 12 years old the night I thought I was going to die. Out in the middle of the pitch-black New Mexico desert, suddenly paralyzed and surrounded by shattered glass, I remember counting each breath, wondering if it was going to be my last. Fighting for my life that night, I had no idea that my nightmare had only just begun, as the events of that horrific night would come back over 15 years later to nearly destroy my life, my marriage, my career, and even my hopes for starting a family. And I still get goosebumps when I think about what I'm going to tell you next, because these dramatic events led me to the most unexpected miracle when I stumbled onto this one surprising stretch that completely wiped out my back pain just in time to save myself from dangerous, expensive, and potentially life-threatening surgery. Hi, I'm Emily, and I want you to know that if you've ever felt trapped in your body because back pain has taken over and prevented you from living a happy, full, and energetic life, you don't deserve to live like this, and you don't have to anymore. That's because in just a minute, you're going to learn about a super simple and very ancient 30-second stretch that you can do absolutely anywhere, even right where you're sitting now, to immediately unlock a tight little muscle that you've probably never even heard of before, to release your low back and stop sciatica dead in its tracks. And it doesn't matter how old you are or what kind of shape you're in, this recently rediscovered ancient stretch calms the inflammation and tightness in your low back trouble spots so you can begin to enjoy more pain-free movement. And now there's more, because you'll also begin to notice a tighter, flatter, more firm stomach simply by releasing the muscles around your spine and hips that are drawing your rib cage down and pulling your pelvis out of alignment to cause that bulging lower belly pooch that seems so hard to get rid of, right? But there's more, because once you uncork this collection of muscles, you'll experience less daytime fatigue, deeper, more restful sleep, increased energy levels, and increased mood. That's because if you've been living with back pain, it's like living every day with a constant electrical short circuit inside your body. It disrupts your important life functions like your wake-sleep cycles, your mood, even your serotonin levels. So if you've been feeling like back pain is disrupting every part of your life, you're not crazy and you're not alone. In fact, recent research has shown that chronic back pain causes your happy hormone, serotonin, to be produced in smaller amounts, causing low levels of depression and moodiness. So, no, back pain doesn't just hurt your back, it hurts your whole life. And maybe, like many of the people I've worked with, you've blamed yourself or wondered what you did wrong. I used to do that too. But now I'm here to tell you, it is not your fault. It doesn't matter what kind of lifestyle you've led. It doesn't matter how active you are or how inactive you are. Back pain can affect absolutely everyone. And how do I know all of this? Well, because I've lived through it, and not just once, but twice. When I was a child, I survived a near-fatal, terrifying accident that left me with years of chronic, debilitating pain at a very young age. After missing out on some of the best years of my life, I was determined to overcome my back pain, and at one point I really thought I had. In fact, I went on to become a top fitness expert, teaching everything from yoga and Pilates to personal training and group exercise at some of the most prestigious gyms and studios all across the country. I thought I was in the best shape of my life, and I thought my body was indestructible. But boy, was I in for a rude awakening, because I had no idea that I was still walking around every single day with a hidden fault line buried in my body that would unexpectedly erupt and send me to my knees in excruciating pain. And when it did, it stopped my entire life dead in its tracks. Maybe you've been there too, or you know someone who has. Whether you've completely thrown out your back and fallen to the floor in crippling pain, or whether you struggle with daily chronic pain that won't ease up no matter what you do, You must keep watching because I'm about to warn you about the one thing you are doing unknowingly every single day that is sabotaging your body and penetrating you with hidden fault lines. And you'll be shocked to learn how just 1 or 2 simple changes to your daily routine can stop your pain and safeguard your body against future damage. Yes, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. I have experienced it myself, and now so have tens of thousands of others. So please pay close attention, because in this short presentation, I'm also going to tell you about the 3 most common back-destroying mistakes that people make all the time when they're trying to help their backs that actually end up making the pain worse in the long run. These 3 mistakes are so common, and I used to make them all myself. In fact, they were even promoted and recommended by top fitness and healthcare industries for years. But cutting-edge research has now revealed that these 3 things are hurting people, so you'll want to stop doing them right away for the sake of your back. I'm so excited to share this with you today because if I had known this information sooner, it would have saved me from years of physical hell that brought me to the brink of almost losing everything I cared about. I was so desperate to get my life back that I wasted thousands of dollars and countless hours trying every kind of treatment out there. Chiropractic, physical therapy, massage. Heck, I even tried acupuncture, but nothing came close to making me feel normal again. I figured my case was hopeless. And you know what? I was really scared about my future because I bought into the healthcare lie. The lie that many people believe, which is that our bodies are just doomed to get worse as we age. However, now I'm living proof that with this one simple trick, it's possible to not only bounce back from pain, you can feel better than you ever have. And I know this might sound too good to be true, but it's not. Because if it wasn't for this unlikely stretch, I would still be barely able to move, let alone keep up with my 2 sweet but slightly rambunctious young boys. And you may be surprised to hear how this same routine that saved my body all those years ago works even better if you're over the age of 40. Here are just a few of the wonderful people who've experienced this for themselves.
Hi, my name is Mary, and I am a fabulous 64 years old. And I say that because I truly am joyful that I am 64 and still able to move my body. I have always been a person who was fairly active, and as I got older, I noticed that my scoliosis was starting to impede my ability to do things. I became injured at one point and barely could even walk. I had 3 months of physical therapy. I went to the chiropractor numerous times. I was so frustrated. None of it was working. I actually thought I was losing my mind. I read a newspaper article about Emily and her new program, and I thought, I need to try this. I can honestly say it has changed my life. I don't take ibuprofen every day. I'm physically active. I can bend over and touch my toes, and I can play with my grandbabies at will. And to me, that's everything.
Hi, my name is Karen. I'm 56 years old. I was having sciatic problems, and I had gone to a chiropractor for about 3 months, and I was getting no results. So he told me that I would need to maybe do physical therapy. I didn't really want to do that, so I looked for something alternative, and I wanted to do something that was healthy and good for my body. So I went online and I found Emily's program, and it's amazing. I feel so good. My body feels good. She knows exactly what to do to make the pain go away. Ever since I've done this, have felt healthier.